Do-do-do, now recording.
You already did that bit.
Do-do-do, now recording.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 2B of Podcast TWOW. I'm gonna ignore what Val did, and we're gonna move on. How are you doing
Do-do-do,
today, Val?
now recording.
Oh my gosh, is this just what you're gonna do for the rest of the episode?
Do-do-do, now I'm doing fine. How are you doing, Mint?
I'm doing pretty good. You know who's not doing so good?
Who's not doing so good?
I'm Craig. It's Craig. It's Craig. My nickname on the server is Then There's Craig, and your nickname is He's Dead. Yeah, Craig's been a little volatile as of recent, so we'll see if we can get this full podcast recorded.
I really hope that you, my beautiful audience members, are hearing this right now. I hope that y'all are hearing my voice because it means that Craig managed to survive long enough for us to get a podcast out.
Yeah. You know who's also not doing great?
Who's also not doing great?
noefaeL, who's not awake. Oh,
I mean,
spoiler
I
alert.
was not awake either. Oh, what was that? What was that? Spoiler alert?
I meant yes, succeed. Yes, succeed. That is the name of our special guest.
Can you just put a censor bleep over the name of our special guest?
Sure.
So it's like beep. That's the sound a censor beep makes.
Is it really?
Yeah, it goes. That's why it's called a censor beep. It's because it goes.
It goes. Bleh.
Did noise cancellation cancel out my beep sound effect?
I think noise cancellation canceled out your beep sound effect.
Noise cancellation on Discord is being very overzealous today. I can't believe it's slowly just starting to label me as noise.
It has killed your sighs. It has killed your gasps, and soon it will kill you.
Noise cancellation bursts into my house and just mows me down because I'm getting in the way of Mitt's talking.
Kills you in.
You have died in the world of the recording studio.
No, you've died in the world of.
Do now recording. As y'all may be able to tell, we are giving off a different energy today because instead of recording this in the morning, we're recording this in the evening, which means I don't have the benefit of caffeine powering my bloodstream. I haven't just had 2 coffees like I normally do. Instead, I've had a non-caffeinated root beer, and I am feeling eggs-housted.
Yeah, we were about to have a wild session on Thursday morning with Val coming straight off of 2 cups of coffee and super hyper, and then Craig just died. It's unfortunate.
Noise cancellation got him.
But yeah, we're chilling. We still need to edit Revenge. Just letting y'all know we have recorded it. We just need to edit it and release it. And we'll probably be recording the Perfect Poker app sometime afterward.
And we're really looking forward to the glorious mess the Perfect Poker app is going to be. And speaking of which, depending on when you're hearing this, we still do need people to shout the name of their favorite Pokemon in a recording and send it to us, and also to shout out the word Terry. Let's make this Perfect Poker app the perfect Poker app.
Yes, and it's not perfect without you. Y'all are the crucial part.
It's not perfect without you either.
Wow. Thank you, Val.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the audience.
Okay, we've been stalling for long enough. Our first guest is finally in the other VC. It's interview time, baby. Who's up first, Val?
Don't call me that. And our first guest is ACN. Welcome to the show, ACN.
Hey, this is Mitten Post. What followed this in the original recording was 5 minutes of utter chaos, which we have skipped for your viewing pleasure. However, we might release it in a bonus episode. Anyway, carrying on.
Take 3. How you doing, buddy?
I am doing well.
I'm so glad to hear that. Why don't you introduce yourself? What's your name? What's your pronouns? What's your deal?
Anthony, I'm otherwise known as ACN. I am a guy and doing pretty well, give or take.
Give or take. That's great.
I can do both, one with each hand.
Anyways, we're glad to have you here. We did this at the end of the show last time, but we're gonna move this to the beginning. Our first question for you is, how are you feeling about this round? How do you think your response is gonna do? Did you like the prompt?
I have no idea. You say I'm good at sports themes prompts, but I've been collapsing for the past few months.
Oh no.
And, yeah, you should see my Glico. It's, I think, April, I was top 50. Now I'm nearing 200.
This is a sad moment.
It's sad.
But hey, Glico doesn't matter. and podcast WoW. What matters is being interviewed and being cool.
I am cool, yes. I think I'm gonna live too, so.
We have a system of cool points that replaces Glicko here in podcast WoW.
I am proud to announce that ACN is the first person to receive a cool point.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm actually
You're
going to make the cool points leaderboard right now.
So much better. That is so much better.
See,
Yes.
it's so much more inclusive than Glicko because you can't lose cool points. At least not now.
We'll see about that.
Mint in post again. This is foreshadowing.
Well, while Val's making the cool points leaderboard, we're gonna go into next question. So
You actually did it.
what do you mean we actually did it?
Would I lie? Ever?
Oh, you actually made the cool points leaderboard.
I told you I was making the cool points leaderboard. What do you take me for?
Oh, this is great. This is great.
Oh, this is also an exact timestamp of when we recorded this, so now everyone knows.
All right. You should ping everyone and give everyone a point right now. Do it.
Just
give everyone
for you.
a point. You should give everyone a point and me another. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
but you're part of everyone. So.
Okay. So I get 2. I see it.
Okay, cool. All right. We're gonna now that that's done. This is a really weird. Did you just put me at -1 cool points?
Well, yeah, you just lost a cool point for doubting me. Anyway, what were you saying about this being a weird interview or whatever?
This is already
a conversation.
Anyways,
I like it.
Anyways, next question. So, as you know, because you responded to this prompt, this round was themed around sports to an extent. And we knew you were a sports guy, which is why we invited you onto the show. And our question for you is this. What's the weirdest thing that's happened while you were playing in or watching a sporting event?
So, I think a lot more weird things happened while I was watching one. Let's go back to 2018, the World Cup. This was Group D, as far as you know. This is Mexico, Sweden, South Korea, and Germany. So at that time, Mexico was... They either needed to win against Sweden, or they needed South Korea to win against Germany. And so, I was watching the Mexico game and being, really close to Mexico. I'm like, go Mexico, woo! And they were losing 0-3 against Sweden. But and I think everyone was watching the South Korea game too. And I was paying attention. And during that time, they weren't scoring any goals until the last minute. And okay, this is where it gets hilarious. So South Korea is winning 1-0. Germany needs to score another goal to get into the playoffs. And so they bring out their goalie and they try to counterattack. And instead of South Korea, there's the ball is past every single German player, and there's one South Korean player. He just walks into the goal. It's amazing. You should see the Mexican reaction. It was so yes. As for playing, I don't think I have. There's no actual weird things. I've done pretty much every single middle school sport you can name.
Dang.
I'm swimming in high school right now, and nothing too interesting goes on in high school swimming.
ACN out here playing middle school curling.
Yes, I am a elite middle school curler.
That's pretty cool. I wish I could be that powerful and that popular. It must be weird to be a curling player because it's one of the most exclusive sports fandoms. You're not gonna be recognized on the street as that one good curling player.
Yeah. Especially in the South, because you're not actually there's no curling anywhere within 100 miles of me.
I mean, for one, there's no ice.
True. There's the occasional ice skating rink, but that's just doesn't happen.
I mean, you can always do the at-home method of practicing with a broom and a Roomba. The old Roomba curling.
Broomba. Okay, and also our other question pertaining to this prompt is, what is the sneakiest thing you have ever tried? I mean, if you have something that you cannot admit, please do not admit it.
What is the sneakiest thing that you are comfortable admitting that you have tried to do?
I gotta search up what sneaky is again because I just forgot what that meant.
You know that one Kevin MacLeod song where it's like, it's called Sneaky Weasel, and it perfectly sums up what sneakiness is.
Cool.
Just listen to that and you'll know.
Actually, this is a good story. Okay, when I was 8, so I was in Washington D.C. Apparently, the fountains there, you can put coins in it. It's owned by the government.
I'd like
And,
to point out really quick that you said you have an answer related to TWOW, and I am very intrigued.
Oh,
No,
okay. I was talking about I was talking about discreetly throwing a sport.
No. I'm
counts as a
joking.
sport.
Carry on.
I'll talk about it later. But okay, so anyways, I'm in Washington D.C. So there's this fountain. I like one by one, I take pennies from it. My entire family thinks that I'm gonna I just took pennies to throw it back, but no, I was actually trying to keep the money.
Oh, dude.
I had 8 cents until before a police officer came to me, and yeah, I knew what. Now I know what a federal crime is.
ACN has committed money laundering. He has
Well,
stolen 8 cents.
I think we've established that we endorse that.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid crime. Not gonna lie. Like,
Podcast TWOW endorses stealing 8 cents from the government.
yeah, specifically from their fountains.
When they steal money from your metaphorical fountain, it's called taxes. But when you steal it from their literal foundation, it's called fountain. It's called a federal crime.
Amen to that.
That reminds me. I have committed one crime my entire life. I have.
Only?
Yeah. I need to up my crime count, but the thing is, like, this was when I was around like 8 or 9, and I shoplifted a marble from a toy shop, like a single marble. It was like 5 cents. I guess it just fits with my name. It was foreshadowing for my future career.
What color was it?
It was like this matte sky blue with a white swirl on it. It was pretty nice.
Do you still have it?
I think I do somewhere.
Can I have it?
Sure, if we meet up.
Yes.
The famous marble.
ACN may have 2 cool points, but I have 1 cool future potential marble.
Dang.
I'd be jealous.
Does the prospect of me giving you that marble remove my negative cool point?
It was going to until you asked about it, and I have to take away another cool point. Sorry.
No. Wait, did you deduct another one?
Yeah, I told you, you can't just ask for more cool points.
I don't know. ACN
Can
asked for another cool point, and he got one.
I'll ask. Can I remove one? Remove
And
a point for me.
He's not even your co-host.
Remove a point.
I can't remove a point from you, ACN, but I can remove one from Mint.
No. Oh god, it went down to -3.
Yeah, I was hoping that you would give me a point instead, but
ACN,
ask for a point, ACN?
ACN, you were sadistic.
ACN, did you just ask for a point? You're our guest. Have one. Actually,
God damn it. No. I came on expecting some fun interviews, and instead I am getting robbed. Oh my gosh, it keeps going up.
ACN's our guest. I need to be generous.
Okay, what if I do... Hold
What
on.
are you doing?
Hold on. What if I do this? I'm gonna do
What are you
something.
planning?
For reference, I typed Val infinity cool points.
Well,
Nope, I'm not gonna say anything.
you are not allowed to talk on the cool point channel. I have to deduct a cool point for that.
Dang it. My negative is staying on par with ACN's positive.
I think we're getting a little off topic here. ACN, we really appreciate you hanging out with us. Anything that you'd like to plug?
I think I know what ACN would like to plug.
Oh yes, Trial League Season 9.
Well, League Season 9.
What's Trial League Season 9?
So basically, it's a sports themed, like TWOW, but it's like a tournament TWOW, but it's not.
Whoa.
But it is.
That sounds pretty cool.
That does sound pretty cool, and it's thematically related, which means that legally everyone here has to join.
Yeah.
I just released a prompt today, and you got a week. to respond.
Hell yeah. ACN, you're
Heck
sounding
yes.
very dramatic, and I love it.
Oh, I actually don't know what I'm sounding like. So
Dramatic.
okay, cool.
Anyways, yeah, that's it for this first interview. Thank you for coming on, and
I was gonna talk about how I tried to leave the community and I came back in the most interesting way possible.
Wait, okay, before you go, please tell us what's the most interesting way possible. I can't just like kick you out with a story like that.
All right, so I want everyone to like whoever's new. I don't think you've heard of this yet, but it's a funny story. So
this is the real shit.
It was 2018. I think I've been in it was a year since I've been in the community, and I wanted to just step away from it, kind of not be in the TWOW community anymore. So I was gonna wait until JB 12 was ending because I was actually doing really good in there. And two things happened. One, it didn't end, and it didn't actually end. My tenure just ended yesterday.
Did you die? Or?
Yeah, I died.
Rip.
Yeah. Okay. So that's 2 years back. So there's a Dark Season 9. It's cool. It's a bot. It's cool. Why wouldn't I join it? Because it's run by a bot. So I just want to be a part of it. So I tried to throw. I sent the example response, but replaced every single word with cancer.
That's just 10. That's just 10. That's
cancer. If I don't remember what it was, but I failed.
You failed? Wait, did you actually live?
I actually lived with that.
Really?
You lived by stating the name of a disease 10 times.
Cancerify is also cancer, but it's not. So, I mean, yeah, long story short, I ended up getting all the way to 5th place, and there are so many more interesting TWOWs along the way that I literally couldn't leave the community, and so I'm just like, why not make my own? And
I didn't pay attention to Dark Season 9, so yeah, congrats on that 5th place. Dang, I didn't know
thank you. That's
seriously good job.
That's my best performance to this day. I didn't even try. Now I try as much. I try as hard as I can, and I don't even make it to round 5 most of the time. So it's just nothing against the meta. Nothing against the meta. Well, it's been nice talking to y'all.
It's been nice talking to you too. Thank you for that last story too.
Thank you so much, and we will see you later.
See you later. Let's get out.
All right.
That was an interview.
That was an interview. That took 15 minutes, but that was a solid 15 minutes.
That was maybe the best 15 minutes of our entire podcast. What are you going to do now?
I'm going to interview our next guest. Who is it? It's a noefaeL.
noefaeL!
Yay!
Is it noefaeL or noefaeL?
I say noefaeL. Anyways, hi noef.
Hi, hello. How do you pronounce your name?
noefaeL.
And what are your pronouns?
It's he, him, they, them is fine too.
And how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Woke up approximately 10, 15 minutes ago.
Firstly, Val, you're just jumping right into this. Secondly, as I have said in my DMs with noefaeL, I am an absolute time zone idiot. I assumed that he was waking up 2 hours ago. And that doesn't really work for podcast purposes. So, oops, we're splicing 2 takes together.
Which means I am now outside by the loud vent. If you can hear the loud vent, it is now part of the podcast, and I'm actually going to award it some full points.
Oh, yo. Can we get a loud vent in the results chat?
Should I take a picture of my loud vent and make it into an emoji?
You should take a picture of your loud vent and make it into an emoji.
All right, I'll do that after the podcast.
After the podcast. Anyways, sorry for rambling. We're glad to have you here, noefaeL.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got some questions. And best of all, we have some questions.
Wow.
Do you want to ask one of those questions, Val?
I would love to ask one of those questions. What is your exact location and coordinates, social security number, bank account number, and address?
I'd
run
rather
those
not
questions.
disclose that information due to the obvious fact that someone will come to my house and kill me.
No, we're
And
just gonna
that's
come
not
to your.
fun.
We're gonna have a party. We're gonna host a party at your house without you knowing. It's great.
Perfectly fine by these COVID-19 standards. Yep. Bring them all over.
I don't know. I mean, if your house is large enough.
I guess, yeah.
I'll just hang out I'll hang out like within the walls of your house, like I usually do, where you can't see me, but you hear something clambering around.
That's slightly unsettling, but at the same time sounds pretty cool.
Is that a rat? Yes. If you change the R to a V and the T to an L. Anyways, actual questions, because somebody doesn't want to ask those. How are you feeling about this round, noefaeL? Like, did you like the prompt?
The prompt was cool. Though I'm a little questioning on like how you come up with these prompts. Is it like scripted in a way that like you're eventually gonna get to a segue that leads to the prompt, or do you come up with a prompt on like the one day episodes while you're going through them?
We come up with the prompt on the spot. Like, to all our viewers, that is legitimately what we do. I mean,
Wow.
we may have like a couple ideas going in, but we don't tell them to each other. It's really just, and most of the time, like both times, we've come up with something better than the ideas that we had going in. So, yeah.
In terms of how I'm gonna do this round, I feel like my like lesser response was probably quite generic, but at the same time, given my screen RNG, I think it'll probably do well. But I think my main response is pretty good, though I don't like see the possibility of it prizing.
Do you care to reveal your responses?
Well, voting is over.
Voting is over.
Voting is over.
Yes. So first of all, I had the off-balance bowling balls and the pour oil over teammates.
My shopping list.
What?
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 What are you planning to do?
What kind of grocery stores do you go to?
I go to Mariano's grocery store. We're actually sponsored. Thank you so much to Mariano's Corporation for sponsoring today's episode of Podcast TWOW. Make sure to get your local deals on heckin'
Stuff.
fruits and vegetables and
Bowling balls.
Bowling balls.
Bowling balls, oil for pouring on your teammates.
Yeah, there's a specific variety. Especially me.
Yeah, olive oil is like too scented, and like avocado oil burns too easily. So
Crude oil.
you gotta have crude oil.
Yes.
You gotta
Okay.
have the real fresh crude oil. You can't settle for anything less. You can't settle for all that manufactured stuff that they just pump out. You have to spring for the real thing. I get my crude oil right from the artisans at Mariano.
Speaking of sports, because that's the theme of the prompt. I mean, oh gosh, I don't have the question ready.
What is a sport? No,
what is it? Yeah, what is a sport?
A sport is something you do to have fun that's usually outside and can be competitive.
What's the weirdest thing that's happened while you were playing in or watching a sporting event?
Alright, so playing in and watching is two different things. So I'd say when watching, because there are like many times where I'd be watching a baseball game, and then you know those like beach balls that come around all the way throughout the stadium,
Oh yes.
and then you like try to hit them and make them all the way around. One time, like my seats were right next to some kind of like tunnel that the players go off of, like when it's raining or when the game's over. And I hit it, and then the wind like blew it straight into the tunnel, and I could feel like the people just staring at me.
I was ready to hear that you hit one of the players, but just shooting it into the tunnel alone is an achievement in and of itself. So like, congrats on that. You have incredible accuracy.
How you unlock the secret ending?
Yes.
The secret: everybody hates you, but is secretly slightly impressed.
Yeah.
Hold on. I do want to ask real quick. So,
Mm-hmm.
you said that a sport is an activity you do for fun that you play outside that can be competitive, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you'd agree that I'm a better host than Mint, right?
God damn it!
Wait, hold on, I'm not done. And so our host relationship, I don't care what your actual answer is that like we're inherently competitive. And I'm recording this outside. So right now, am I doing sports?
Yes. You are completing physical activity and you are burning your calories. Great job.
See you later, calories, I say, having another sip of my Canada Dry Bold ginger ale caffeine free.
You said you were only gonna drink one soda a day. You already had a root beer. You've
Hey,
broken
you're
your
not
own
interviewing
contract.
me. We're interviewing Noah.
Fine. We're interviewing Noah. And also, I feel like this competitiveness is one way. I'm just trying to have a good time making a podcast, and you are bullying.
Noah, am I bullying?
Depends what you mean by bullying.
Noah, do you think I'm a horrible person who bullies people for fun?
No,
See, Noah's on my side.
definitely not.
All right, where were we? We have some questions that we'd like to ask, and
No,
someone doesn't seem to want to ask them.
Oh my
So-
god.
Hmm.
No. I'll do
I
it.
sure
I'll
wonder.
do it. Okay.
Okay.
Our next
thank you.
question for you, also related to the prompt in a sense. What is the sneakiest thing you have ever tried to do?
Whew. Well,
I mean, which you were
if I
willing to
can
disclose.
remember my memory bank correctly, there was this one time at school where like it was this test or exam. I don't think it was like this standardized exam, but it was something important, I think.
Oh no.
And then like I had absolutely no idea what to do. Alright, so then I attempted to severely bang my shins into the desk and scream.
Did you just like excuse yourself to the nurse's office and like look at your phone
Slip
on the
my
way?
phone into slip my phone into the pocket, go to the restroom, come back with a bag of cold water, pretend the ice melted, ace the test. No one knew.
Wow.
Did you actually ace the test?
Well, ace not as an A plus, but close.
Good enough. That is a power move though. Like
That I am envious of just the level of power that move had.
I know.
It was a severe power move, but I was so afraid of telling this to anyone. Like in the fact that I'd probably get like massively screwed over.
Don't worry, your secret is safe with us and our audience of 60 to 70 people.
Yeah.
I would respond with something, but my parents may or may not listen to this podcast sometime in the future. So we will not talk about that.
Hello,
It was
my
all-
parents. I have never cheated on an exam.
It was only one small thing though. We could.
Admittedly, I never did anything after that because that was just too much.
It was just too powerful.
I
So
cannot handle the power for a second time.
each person only gets to wield that power once, and then it destroys you. It eats away. You lie awake at night thinking about that ice. Anyway, I do want to ask you something, which I forgot. I've been forgetting to ask, and I wanted to ask, and I remembered to ask it this time, and I'm going to ask it to you right now. Are you ready?
Yes.
So, how long have you been in the TWOW community, and sort of what's your story? Like, how'd you get here, and how do you like? Are you liking your time here?
Well, that kind of started off with me watching Jack and Jellyfy for the BFDI thing, and then that led me to watch all the Carrie KH videos until like late December of 2015, where I discovered TWOW0A. I didn't know how YouTube PMing works, so I had no idea how to respond.
Oof. Wait, so
so I just kind of passed up on it, though. It'd be unlikely if I would do well.
And then it took you a whole 4-ish years to get into mini twowing.
And then I just kept watching, and then I realized, because Carrie mentioned it in one of the videos, that there was a Discord server where mini TWOWs would be held. And I was like, oh, I'm not even old enough to follow Discord TOS, so I didn't.
Dang.
So I continued to wait until 3 years after like 23B was released, until March 28, 2020, when I was reintroduced to the community, when I realized that, one, I have a Discord account now, and two, I was extremely bored during quarantine.
Amazing.
And so I decided to start off like not doing a lot, like just maybe a maximum of participating in 3 alive TWOWs.
Yeah.
And then that phase kind of fizzled out, and I believe I'm alive in 40.
40? Excuse me.
There are 40 TWOWs?
9 plus 13 plus another 9, 31. 43.
You're
What?
insane.
List
What?
them right now. Go ahead.
Okay, Waya Podcast, Sparky, Jay, Ragu, Rafa, Huri, Domcos, World, Hero, Crafty, Foxy, Tot, Escape the Night, Creative Name, BS Table 12, Medieval 12, Yoshi 12, Joa 12, X Point 12, which is on hiatus, unfortunately, Thanos Whale, 12, Novel 12, Italic 12, I can't say 12 properly, Marber 12, BTB 12, Todupa, B12, Psy 12, Tai 12, Wilder 12, Swiss 12, Michael 12, Colts 12, TMP 12, Zero Escape, 12 Terminal, Ali, Torta 12, Ani, Pi 12, Dunkelblau, and TMG. Those are all 43.
Wow.
Wow.
I've like the most I participated in once is probably like 16 or 17, and I'm currently at 11. Or no, it's like 10. That is many.
That is a lot. Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't get how like people like Bipede or like Marvel Race Fan Epic can continuously lower their RD, because in the last 2 months I've only gone down 3 RD despite participating in like mid to upper 30 rounds. And then there's Bipede with 47 rounds, and I have no idea how that works.
Anyways,
yeah.
Before we kick you off, we're wondering, is there anything you have to plug on Podcast TWOW?
Well, I mean, besides the obvious choice, my MTOW join. It's in the middle of the season. One by one reveals are starting soon, and the alumni reveals are starting soon. I guess I should also plug Sparky TWOW, which is going into its finale after this round. You should go vote in the finale deciding round. It's me, Bipede, and Verksite.
Oh, wow.
Sick. Yeah, I made that dude's book. That's cool. You got away with 2 plugs. I can't believe you.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I actually did.
You rascal.
And you didn't stop me. Ha.
I'm stopping you now.
Allowed our self-use.
Goodbye, noefaeL. Thank you for coming on, though, legitimately. That was a great interview.
Thank you so much. It was good talking to you. And it's just keep on keeping on in the TWOW community. It's an honor.
All right, thank you.
Talk to you soon. See ya.
All right, get out.
There he goes. Well, that was another successful phase of interviews. What do we do now?
We are really just interviewing now. We're just interviewing. That's it. We did it. All right. Now we do. So besides Mariano's, I believe we do have another sponsor for this episode of Podcast
you're right.
TWOW.
That's right. We have a sponsor. This person gave me some talking points, and I'm gonna ad-lib it. I haven't actually looked at the talking points yet.
You what?
I'm just that powerful, okay?
Listen, I'm the disorganized zany host, and I literally had a script I had to read for my sponsorship, and you're all, I didn't even read the talking points.
That fan is very loud.
Well, I'm also loud, and I am not a fan of you right now because you didn't read your talking points. So it balances out. I'm giving my fan another point for talking over you.
Wow. Okay, anyways, today's episode of Podcast TWOW is sponsored by Michael's Normal TWOW. This TWOW is finally back after a while. I don't know how long. But it has good pacing, good statistics, good personality, and other good qualities that'll make it fun for everybody. Michael is trying to get to at least 50 contestants, so join and check it out if you want him to reach that. And if he gets to 100, this is a very enticing point. He will read the entire Shrek script on live stream. I want to see that happen. I know you want to see that happen.
I want to see that happen. And Michael makes good TWOWs. I think he did Moltwow, right?
Yeah, he did Moltwow. Yeah,
I was in that. That was a lot of fun. Michael's just a really good host, and I'm really excited for the second season.
Yeah, and the last thing is the TWOW is going to have a currency system, and you can gain this currency by voting, so you can spend it on cool stuff later down the line.
That's right. You're literally getting paid to TWOW.
That's pretty sick. Paid TWOW would be awesome. Can I get paid?
The closest thing to a paid TWOW that we have nowadays is if you support Podcast TWOW's Patreon. Make a Patreon. We can use this. We can use this.
Okay. Fine, Val. But yeah,
Okay.
we'll link Michael's normal TWOW season 5 in the description of the video.
Along with our Patreon. Mint, you're gonna make a Patreon for us, right?
No, I don't have any method of online payment, Val.
Freaking, they'll just give us money. Stick a $5 bill in your USB drive now to pay $5 to Podcast TWOW.
So I'm not getting, is what you're saying.
You're my unpaid intern.
Why am I doing all the stats? And
For the exposure,
organization?
for the experience. This is an incredibly valuable experience that will surely further the rest of your entire career as a TWOW host.
Oh my gosh.
You are getting to see real inside industry experts in action, and you are bringing them coffee. And speaking of which, Mint, I would like to ask a small favor of you.
What is this small favor? If
Well,
it's to bring you coffee, I can't do that.
I decided it wasn't that, but still, never mind. I decided the small favor wasn't worth it. It was something good though.
No. Go ahead. What was the small favor you wanted to ask of me?
It was coffee.
BRB going on a road trip to Chicago. No big deal. Just halfway across the country.
What, you're going? I literally did. I just arrived at your house. Did you already leave for Chicago? We have to.
Oh,
coordinate
that's what
these
the
things
knock
better.
at the door was. Okay, cool. I'll be down there.
You heard me, and you didn't. You know what?
No.
Let's talk. Let's talk this over during results, which are coming up right after this.
Oh my gosh! Here we go. Everybody getting results VC and results talk. We're doing this.
And we'll see you over there. Let's.
Yeah.